Everybody, Ramblin Mike here. I'm going to share with you a fun tarot deck today. It is the Casanova tarot, which is, an adult tarot deck. So if you're under 18, click off now. It's a fun deck. All of us adults know that, intimacy is a very positive thing in a relationship, and all of that. Now, this deck, it does have frontal nudity in the artwork, and, but, only with the women, none of the men, So Casanova right there. I don't know a lot about Casanova. Other than what I've read in this little white book that comes with it. I do know that he was a real character. He's one of the greatest lovers of all time. A very interesting character. A lot of the cards talk about, it's in the book. It's a good little white book. It is in the 5 languages, but gave me a little history about the character, Casanova, the greatest lover of all time, huh? He was a gambler. He was in duels, 2 of them. Of course, it had to be about women, that he dishonored their husbands and all that. He obviously won the duels. He had an affair with a nun. It was in the book right here. He had no problem, with the call girls and all of that. And definitely going to go through the tarot deck here. It's a very interesting tarot deck. With it, well, a lot of people watch these because they want to see the entire deck, what it looks like, all 78 cards. I'm going to go through them all right here. Try not to blush and all of that because some of them are definitely a little risque. Some people want to look at these because they want to see what these look like modified. I like the way this thing came out modified. And but I like Los Cabero. I like a lot of their products. They have some amazing decks. And this is one of them. And a lot of people watch these because they're interested in picking one of these modified decks up for themselves or for a friend. I like them modified. They're smaller. And a deck like this, if you're doing love readings, you can clarify with a deck like this. They're small. They can go on top of your other spread really easy, give you some nice clear insight. These are very intuitive decks. Although, a lot of Rider-Waite is in this book right here. So if you're interested in picking one of these up, all that information's down below in the description area. Shoot me that text right there. I'll send you an invoice. And I'll have this wrapped up generally that very day and put in the mail that very day with a bow on top. I bless them. I smudge them. I get them ready, man. When this thing shows up, it's a special tarot day. So here we go with the Casanova tarot. This is nice on the back. It says the entire human spirit is described through the sensual language of the body. It's nice. It's a nice deck. You get the box, which I sign because I do hand trim these, trim my old Ramblin Mike right there. You get a cover card with it. There's old Casanova. That's the lover's card right there. And you get the book, which it's a good little white book because it gave me a little stuff about Casanova that I didn't know. I always like to learn. And it's a very intuitive deck, but, it does have the buzzwords, Rider-Waite type flavor with this deck right here. So anyway, enough about the book and the box. Let's go through all 78 cards of the Casanova tarot. Here we go. The first one is the Fool card. And you can see him right there hiding behind that old mask. I did take the sides off. I took the bottom off. And I left that nice crowning border up at the top. The backs came out nice. There's definitely Casanova right there. I like the way that this thing trimmed up. The Fool. Here's the old magician doing his little magic work right there. You know. Number 2, the High Priestess. Number 3's got full frontal on it. It is the Empress. Number 4 is the Emperor. Number 5 is the Hierophant. 6 is our Lovers. 7 is the Chariot. I like it, you know, because, well, Kissy Face didn't start when we got cars without horses on the front of them. Looked like they've been playing Kissy Face in the old Chariot for a while. Number 8 is Justice in this deck, and it's full frontal. Number 9 is our Hermit. Number 10 is the Wheel. That's some tower where he lived. 11 is Strength in this deck. 12 is Hangman. Here he is playing Getaway one day. 13 is Death. You know, and it tells a little bit of a story about him and how when he got older in life that he regretted a lot of the lifestyle because, you know, he never ended up with the one that he truly loved. He was supposed to have loved one of them amazingly, but, you know, didn't go through with it. And, you know, amazing character, went to prison twice, probably for being a gambler and shooting guns and all of that. Escaped from prison twice, an interesting character. Here's 14, Temperance. Here's 15, the Devil. And then an interesting Devil card. Here's 16, the Tower. '17, the Star. '18, the Moon. '19, the Sun. '20, Judgment. And 21, the World. Interesting major arcana, huh? Like I said, very intuitive. When you throw this out on a love spread, boy, it can definitely open up an entire love spread for you in a whole new direction, huh? Here we go to our minor arcana. We start here with the Ace of Wands. Our Two of Wands. This can be a little risque. It's a risque deck. It's definitely an adult deck. Here is the Three of Wands. Here is our Four of Wands. The Five. Here's the Six. Here is the Seven. One of his duels. Here's the Eight of Wands. The risque Nine of Wands. And just the old, there he is, the gambler, party life boy, mask over his face, 10 of Wands. Now it goes 11 right here. They call the pages 11, so 11 is the Page of Wands. 12 is the Knight of Wands. 13 is our Queen of Wands. And 14 is our King of Wands. Now we're off to the swords. The Ace of Swords. The Two of Swords. The Three of Swords. I mean, it's very intuitive because, you know, it's definitely a Three of Swords. And what I see there is one of Casanova's lovers, you know, looking out her window. That's where Casanova used to live right there, but he's not there anymore. Four of Swords. There he is, locked in a cell, planning on how to get out of that thing. And from what I read about him, he got out of them. Five of Swords. To go and cause more problems, you know. Six of Swords. The Seven of Swords. Here's our Eight of Swords. This is very interesting, you know. It's like the old doctor looking under the covers there. Oh my. You know, well, we have a way to take care of that, but you're not going to like it. 8 swords right there. 9 swords. Back at it, you know. And 10 swords is nice. You see Casanova in this picture right there as the old man with a lot of regrets. The 3 swords, the old broken heart. Bunch of, you know, swords scattered down on the ground. 10 swords. Here's 11, our Page of Swords. And 12, our Knight of Swords. Definitely a very different Queen of Swords right here, I would say. 13, Queen of Swords. 14, our King of Swords. And then off to our cups, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, our 3, our 4 of Cups, the old 5 of Cups. It's interesting. They put the old nun on there that he allegedly had an affair with. 6 of Cups is good. I like 6 of Cups because it kind of shows him sweet thoughts of nostalgia, you know, the special one, the sweet one, you know. Thinking about her. Sweet thoughts of, you know, nostalgia when times are good. Things are sweet. Because, I mean, you can't live this kind of lifestyle without just a whole lot of hellfire going on around you. Huh? We all know that. 7 of Cups. 8 of Cups. It's interesting, you know, the lover, he's heading out the door. He's like, well, Casanova, I invited him over for dinner. What the hell is wrong with me? You know, 8 of Cups. 9 of Cups is pretty risque, you know. There it is. It's definitely a risque adult deck. And 10 of Cups. Everybody happy right there. 11, our Page of Cups. 12, the Knight of Cups. Here's our Queen of Cups. She's definitely a little risque. And our King of Cups again, huh? Fully dressed. And finally to our Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, like I said, the book talks that he had no problem, you know, playing with the call girls. And Three of Pentacles. More of that same lifestyle, I would say. Four of Pentacles. Yeah. She'd definitely be like, that's not enough coins yet. Keep counting. Five of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. The Eight. You know, I mean, as I'm playing with this deck, it's almost like, you know, that's like him just be like, you know, because she reminds me of the girl in the Six of Cups, but it's my own interpretation of it. It's like, you know, the one that he should have worked at with this. But it's a very intuitive deck. Nine of Pentacles. Here is the Ten of Pentacles. Because I'm sure he did propose to many of them, huh? We have the Page of Pentacles. And all the book talks about a lot of these face cards as, you know, senators or whatever they are, you know, lordsmen, whoever they were. All their names are in there. It's an interesting little book. 12, the Knight of Pentacles. That horse definitely ain't going nowhere. That horse is done for the day. Here is our very risque Queen of Pentacles. All the queens are definitely a little risque. And again, our fully clothed King of Pentacles. Right there. Oh, Casanova himself with the old tower behind him right there. It's an interesting deck. Gotta say, very intuitive. Definitely a grown-up deck. I like it. It fits nicely in the hand. It's not too little. It's not too big. It's not petite. Fits nicely. I like to give you a size, you know, of how it looks when it's modified. Everything's been machined. The corner's been rounded. I spend, you know, a good amount of time on these. Shuffle's nice, but then again, if you watch my videos, you know I like Los Caballeros cardstock. Lasts for years. I think the lamination is really good on it. As you can see, I didn't have to switch it around to find the sweet spot on the old camera right here so that the glare, to me, it's just right. I like everything about Los Caballeros cardstock. I love their many tarot decks that are available for us, you know, which is one of the reasons I put these videos out, so you can just see how many amazing tarot decks are out there available for us. All right, let's pull a card, huh? For all my peeps that stuck around to the end. Here we go, cutting the deck. Let's see what Casanova has to say. Oh, it's 13, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Love. There she is in all of her glory. Hey, I hope you guys enjoy these. I know I'm enjoying putting them together. What a fun deck I got to share with you today. Namaste, my friends. Love and light. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.